Higgins.
Hi, my name is Hugh Fitzmaurice.
Welcome to Zoomcast 4 of Harvesting Our Wellbeing as Educators. And what Hugh and I have spent time talking about is what John Kabat-Zinn asks of us, which is an attitude of gratitude. And in preparation for today, Hugh and I have been reflecting on how we are with gratitude and how it impacts on our lives as professionals, as educators.
Thanks very much, Maura. I was in my reflections on gratitude. I was thinking on, when I think about what is important to me in life and what matters in life, and definitely what matters is gratitude, a sense of real gratitude as an educator, as an individual in a school on a daily basis. Like if I put the focus on criticism and negativity, and see that as to the forefront on a daily basis, it's not going to help my mindset facing a class of students and going into a school and how I see the world. Where if I'm putting the focus on what I'm grateful for and what I have in my life that I'm grateful for, well, that changes the perspective. It shifts my way of thinking, and as Wayne Dwyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So yeah, gratitude is really, as I said, it matters. Not that I always do it, but I think just putting the mindset and the thought towards that is something that will makes a difference. And I come to it on and off as an educator, but hitting into the winter months now of the next while, it's something I hold very dearly, gratitude.
You're so right. I watched a Tara Brock webinar, and she talked about 3 aspects of gratitude that she has cultivated. Now, I hope I get this right, but she talks about when we experience gratitude, to remember that experience, how it feels, the sensations it brings, and in order to do that, we're stopping, we're pausing, we're sitting or standing with that experience of gratitude. Then expressing gratitude, perhaps an email to somebody every evening with 3 things that we're grateful for, nothing else. Just an expression of the gratitude. And then that's externalizing the gratitude. And so it is being present to the experience of gratitude, pausing so we can experience it, and then expressing the gratitude. That really resonated with me as how we develop practice of gratitude, because it's just like mindfulness, just like meditation. It's about developing a practice, and we all have feet of clay, as Patrick Kavanagh reminds us of. And I used to think that I was really good because I meditated, but I actually know now in my life is I need meditation to keep me being the best I can be. In the same way, I need the practice of gratitude, I think, particularly at this really tough time. Can I share a story with you, Hugh, of a lovely thing that happened?
Absolutely, Maura.
Thank you. I have an office where I would come back to every so often to do a bit of admin, to catch up with what I would have spotted around the building in school, and was sitting in my office, and this child, a beautiful Chinese child who has significant learning needs, very gracious, gentle, beautiful young fella. He came into my office, and I prepared myself. I sat up and I thought, okay, now he's going to ask me about subjects, or he's going to ask me about his career, and can I advise him? And he said, I would just like to say that I am grateful that you teach meditation in this school. We need more people like you to teach meditation in this school. Thank you, miss. And he bowed and he walked out. I was speechless. I was absolutely speechless. That child practiced what I'm hearing from a wise woman to practice. And he's, I don't know, whatever, 16 years of age, and it made my day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, to hear that a teenager has taken time to practice it and then come back and say he was grateful. Sure, that's beautiful, isn't it? When you think of it, like it really is, you know. I was thinking, like, as you said, the practice of it. So how do I bring it into my own practice? Like one of the things I would do, I suppose, is sometimes going into work or before work in the morning. I could say this to my wife, or I might say it to myself. Or like you said there about three things I'm grateful for. What am I grateful for today? You know, and it could be to do with seeing hearing the birds in the sky. Hearing it could be to do with the conversation I have in the morning. It could be to do with something that happened during the day. You know, in the classroom. You know, and then I think connecting with the mindfulness that you said, Moira. I think during the day, you know, and a friend of mine said this before, just to slow things down, to slow it down and become aware of the joy of being around young people. As you said there, like the joy, like I teach English, and teaching about the romantic poetry of the Romantics and John Keats. And we were looking at the statement last week, beauty is truth, truth, beauty. And I was getting a lot of long silences from a 6th-year group with their masks, not a word being said. I was like, Jesus, the truth might be ugly here. Are they getting this at all? Is there anything happening? And it's just those long, the deafening silences you can get sometimes. And at the end of the class, one guy came up to me and I said, what do you think of this? And he said, I found that particular essay title difficult to do. But he said, to be honest with you, I love the romantic poetry. I love it. It's great. You know, it's about mystery and love, and you know, I think it's great. But I didn't want to say it in class. It was just a little moment. I was going, Jesus, right, great. Someone got it, and you know, he's a 17, 18-year-old saying that, and I think that, you know, I suppose as an educator, I was very grateful for it. You know, and he was being honest, and it's just, I suppose, to slow things down. And a lot happens in school. They're very busy places, but to slow it down, to listen to myself sometimes, you know, in moments of quietness, and to listen to my colleagues and most of the students as well, and what's happening, you know, and being grateful to be in there, being grateful to work with young people, and then, you know, the staff around me who are full of ideas and creativity. And look, there's lots of challenges and all that we face, but there's lots to be grateful for. You know, it's like these people, young people are the future, and it's just a wonder to see what they come up with, you know, and the ideas that they have. And if they're given an opportunity to flourish, what can happen, you know, on any given day. And this can be a very small thing. It could be just a conversation, the so-called small things. I think, more that we often say this, it's a small thing, but there are no small things. You know, these so-called small things are very powerful, can be very powerful in my life and the life of the people that I'm with any day of the week in school, you know. And that could be a smile, you know, in the morning, hello, how are you? You know, and just taking time. I said, sorry, I'm going on a little bit here, Moira, but there was a student during the week. I don't teach him, but I know him from last year. And I said, hello, how are you doing, Connor? And usually you say, hello, how are you doing? And they're gone. Yeah, I said, how are you? How are you doing, sir? How are things? And I said, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, it's good to hear. And he stopped. He just stopped. I was on a stairway, and we had a little chat, and just lovely, you know. Now, I said, it's not that it's a paradise on a daily basis, but it's often the little moments can be very powerful, you know.
They absolutely are. And you know what I find from this cultivating the sense of gratitude? I was in where the children eat their lunch, and there was a child sitting there, and she said, how are you, miss? And I stopped, and I was so delighted to see her, because she doesn't normally stay in for lunch. I said, how are you? And she said, never see you now. And I said, I know, sure, it's really unusual to see you here for lunch. And she said, never see you now, you got your new laptop. I was a bit taken aback. I realised I actually was given a school laptop during the lockdown, and it's super powerful and super brilliant. And I was really enjoying going back to my office and writing up what was going on in the school. And I maybe, from a sense of gratitude at meeting that child, it dawned on me that maybe I am spending a little too much time on my new laptop.
Yes.
So that sense of gratitude, I know it. I absolutely know it. It just brings rewards, and do you know what it does as well? And we talked about this word that came up, and I'm not sure how it came up. Oh yeah, we were looking at podcasts on gratitude, and Nelson Mandela speaking about this Ubuntu. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's it.
And
Ubuntu. Yeah.
Ubuntu, yeah, and honestly, gratitude is about relationships, because when we're grateful, Ubuntu means the belief in a universal bond of sharing, and it is about relationship, and that no man is an island. And when
Yeah.
we're grateful, I do it. I wake up every morning and I say it out loud. I say, I am grateful, or sometimes I say, thank you. And it just transforms my day. And when I then meet people, I'm less grumpy.
Yeah.
I'm less inclined to hold on to the frustration I felt about that person from the previous day. Or so gratitude strengthens my relationships.
Yeah, absolutely, Rory. I'm glad you said that word, that beautiful word, Ubuntu. I think the Zulus originally said it in South Africa, and then, yeah, you're right, Nelson Mandela said it as part of, he was saying about the judge who put him into prison, that he respected him, he respected his attitudes, because he represented thousands of white South Africans, and he respected that. In order for dialogue to happen, they needed to respect each other, to come together to respect each other. And as you said, the Ubuntu is I am because you are. It's seeing the humanity in all of us, the common humanity, and that the virtues of compassion and, I suppose, truth and the empathy. And I just love the word Ubuntu. And I was just thinking myself, like, what I'm grateful for, again, connected to that, is the support of great people. Like, it's I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without good support. And I have the support in my home life, but I've also support of colleagues at work. I have the support of a great friend, yourself, where you can have conversations, and they're very powerful. They're very important, where you feel listened to, and you can just discuss how you feel, and not judged. Going back to that idea we said, I think last week, no judgment, free of judgment, where you can just be yourself and express how you feel. And I'm deeply grateful as an educator and as an individual for that, because I think we all need support. It's to express. I think we said about a few weeks ago about robust vulnerability. Being able to be vulnerable and to be ourselves is very powerful. And I think there's something deeply grateful, or I feel great gratitude for that. That ability to just to talk, and about how things, and the ups and downs of life, and as being an educator. But I think it's something, going back to that sense of reflection, reflective space in schools where we can speak, and be ourselves to a certain extent at least, and it'll help us flourish more, and help the learning, a sense of gratitude.
It's true, and it's simple. It's so simple. It helps us to have a beginner's mind. It helps us to be without judgment. It helps us to be vulnerable. Just all of those things you've said, Hugh, it's so true. Maybe in that light of gratitude, will we drop into a moment of stillness?
Absolutely. Wonderful. We will. Maura, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hugh.
Thanks very much, Maura. Thank you.